Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that once again, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, are fighting for Ridge Forrester's Thorsten K. love and commitment. Ridge swears that he is staying with Taylor, but his pull to Brooke is starting to get to him. Once Ridge goes back to Brooke, will Taylor fake her broken heart syndrome to win him back? Taylor truly believed she was dying when she returned to Port Charles. However, Ridge urged her to see Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, who diagnosed her with broken heart syndrome, an illness that Ridge actually blames himself for because of the way he has waffled back and forth for years. Ridge almost married Taylor the last time he and Brooke were separated. However, Taylor chose to keep the fact that Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, framed Brooke for making a CBS call a secret. When the truth came out, Ridge walked away and ended up back with Brooke. That is until the Forrester coup happened. Ridge broke things off with Brooke when Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, took over Forrester Creations and named Brooke CEO. Of course, Brooke did that to help talk Carter into returning the company to Ridge and Eric Forrester, John McCook. Even Eric called Ridge out on taking that too far. It is becoming obvious that Ridge misses Brooke, no matter how much he says he wants to be with Taylor. Ridge admitted to Katie Logan, Heather Tom, that he was the one who hurt Taylor and he doesn't want to do that again. Can Ridge stick to those promises knowing how he truly feels about Brooke? Taylor currently has Ridge and she is thrilled. Of course, Steffi has pushed this relationship from the minute Ridge and Brooke broke up, or it likely would not have happened. As much as Taylor denies it, she knows that Ridge and Brooke will always be attracted to each other. Taylor also knows that Ridge could return to Brooke at any time. Taylor foolishly believes that Ridge will be happy with her and not go back to Brooke. However, Taylor must not be considering the history of how this goes because Ridge always returns to Brooke no matter what. Ridge has readily admitted that he is afraid of what could happen if he leaves Taylor, which is exactly what he won't. However, Ridge may end up in Brooke's bed soon. Taylor loves Ridge probably a lot more than she should. Taylor knows that Ridge has never been true to her and should know that he never will. However, Taylor also has an ace in the hole. Taylor knows that if Ridge does leave, she can pull him back into her orbit by acting as though her broken heart syndrome is back. Will Brooke allow Ridge to fall for this again? Brooke was furious over the chakra healing the last time. Brooke may insist that Ridge not go running to Taylor's rescue this time because she needs to learn to handle this on her own. Ridge is serious, caught in a very rough spot. Will Ridge finally stop waffling between these ladies and settle down with on? In the bustling corridors of Forrester Creations, there's never a dull moment, especially when the heart of the matter is Ridge Forrester. After decades of longing, heartbreak, and endless tug-of-war, Taylor Hayes decides it's time to take a page from Brooke Logan's own playbook of love, but with a sinister twist, exploiting broken heart syndrome to finally win Ridge back. Taylor's awakening. It starts innocently enough. One rainy night, Taylor is in her office at the hospital, reviewing patient files, her mind wandering to Ridge. She can't help but recall the many times he's run back to Brooke, only to return to her in the end. But this time, Taylor is determined to break the cycle. As she's studying a recent case of Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, better known as broken heart syndrome, Taylor has an epiphany. She remembers Ridge's tender heart, how easily he falls prey to emotional turmoil. What if she can use that to her advantage? Taylor's heart pounds as she realizes this could be her chance. Ridge has been pulled between two women for too long. Maybe it's time she tilts the scales in her favor. The plan unfolds. Taylor starts researching broken heart syndrome in depth. She learns how intense emotional distress can mimic the symptoms of a heart attack, causing real physical pain. She also discovers how it can be a catalyst for intense bonding, as if the emotional trauma reawakens dormant feelings. Taylor sees an opportunity. If she can get Ridge to see her as his only source of comfort and healing, perhaps she can create a new bond between them, one that even Brooke can't break. The idea both excites and terrifies her. She's a doctor. She's supposed to heal, not manipulate. But love has always been messy, and Taylor's desperate to reclaim what she believes is rightfully hers. The opening move. Meanwhile, Brooke and Ridge seem stronger than ever. They're sharing sweet kisses over coffee in the Forrester office, planning a romantic getaway to Aspen. Taylor watches from the sidelines, her heart aching. She knows that if she doesn't act fast, Ridge will be lost to her forever. Taylor decides to orchestrate a moment that will tug at Ridge's heartstrings. She arranges to accidentally run into him at Il Giardino. Dressed in a simple but elegant blue dress, Taylor looks effortlessly stunning. She brings along a medical journal she's been working on, hoping it will give her an excuse to mention broken heart syndrome. Ridge, she says softly, her voice trembling just enough to make him pause. I've been thinking about how fragile the human heart is. Did you know intense grief can actually cause a real physical condition? It's called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Some call it broken heart syndrome. Ridge frowns, concern washing over his features. Taylor, are you okay? Taylor gives him a small smile, letting her vulnerability shine through. I've been reading about it for a patient. But it made me realize how much our hearts can't take repeated pain. You know, we've both been through so much. I'm just worried about you. Ridge reaches for her hand, his thumb brushing over her knuckles. I'm okay, Doc, but thank you for worrying. Taylor nods, biting her lip. Just the opening move, she thinks. Sowing seeds of doubt. Taylor knows she needs to deepen Ridge's connection to her. So she starts to weave the idea of broken heart syndrome into their every conversation. She carefully drops hints about how she's been feeling lately, how she can't help but think about all the heartbreak they've endured, and how it's taken a real physical toll on her. Meanwhile, Brooke is busy planning a glamorous dinner party at the Forrester mansion to celebrate a successful fashion launch. She's radiant in a shimmering gold dress, basking in the glow of Ridge's adoration. But even as she laughs and clinks champagne glasses, Brooke can't shake the feeling that Taylor is lurking in the shadows. Brooke corners Ridge later that night. You've been talking to Taylor a lot lately, she says, her eyes narrowing. Ridge sighs. She's just worried about me. She says she's been reading about how our hearts can actually break from too much pain. Brooke's brow furrows. Are you saying she thinks you're in danger because of me? Ridge hesitates. No, it's not like that. She just cares. Brooke snorts, flipping her hair. She always cares, Ridge. But it's manipulation. Can't you see that? But Ridge doesn't want to believe it. He's always trusted Taylor's intentions. And that's exactly what Taylor is counting on. The emotional trap. One night, Taylor invites Ridge to her office under the pretense of helping her with a patient case. When he arrives, he finds her looking pale and shaky, clutching her chest. Taylor, what's wrong? Ridge rushes to her side. I'm fine, she says weakly, her breath hitching. It's just stress. Heartache, maybe. Ridge's face pales. You're scaring me. Taylor manages a fragile smile. It's nothing. I've just been overwhelmed. Thinking about us, about everything we've been through. How many times my heart has shattered, only to be pieced back together. She takes his hand, her touch trembling. Ridge, do you ever feel like your heart can't take it anymore? Ridge's throat tightens. He does feel that way, sometimes, especially after all the back and forth with Brooke. But he doesn't want to admit it out loud. Taylor sees his hesitation and leans closer. I don't want to lose you, Ridge. But I'm afraid, if we keep going like this, one day my heart really will give out. Ridge pulls her into a hug, holding her tightly. I don't want to lose you either, Taylor. Brooke's growing suspicion. Brooke senses something is brewing. She sees how Taylor is always near Ridge now, how he's begun confiding in her again. Brooke tries to confront Taylor directly, but Taylor plays the victim perfectly. "I'm not trying to steal Ridge from you, Brooke," she says tearfully. I'm worried about him. About both of us. We've been through so much pain. Can't you see it's hurting us all?" Brooke's eyes flash. "You're using your own heartbreak as a weapon, Taylor. I see right through it." Taylor only shakes her head, her expression angelic. "I'm a doctor, Brooke. I know what heartbreak can do, and I won't let Ridge, or myself, suffer any longer." Ridge's crisis. As the days go on, Ridge begins to feel the weight of Taylor's words. Every time he sees her, he's reminded of how much pain he's caused her. He starts to have chest pains himself. Whether from stress or the power of suggestion, he can't be sure. One night, he wakes up gasping, clutching his chest. Brooke is there, panicking, but Ridge can't stop thinking about Taylor's warnings. Maybe she's right, he thinks. Maybe my heart really can't take it anymore. The next morning, Ridge goes to Taylor's office, his face pale. "Taylor, I think I need your help. My chest hurts and I can't sleep. I'm so tired of the pain." Taylor looks at him with soft, sad eyes. "Oh, Ridge," she whispers. "I've been so worried about you." She checks his vitals, but more importantly, she holds his hand, soothing him. "You're suffering from emotional heartbreak, Ridge. It's real, and it's tearing you apart. A dangerous bond." Taylor convinces Ridge to take a break from the chaos of Forrester creations. She suggests a quiet weekend at Big Bear, just the two of them. Ridge hesitates, but the idea of peace, of healing, is too tempting to resist. When Brooke finds out, she's furious. "You're going to Big Bear with her? Ridge, you can't do this to us." "It's not like that, Logan," Ridge says, his voice heavy. I need to figure things out. I'm tired, and Taylor understands that." Brooke's eyes fill with tears. "She's manipulating you, Ridge. Don't let her use her so-called heartbreak to come between us." But Ridge is already gone, swept up in Taylor's carefully crafted illusion. The weekend of healing, or betrayal? At Big Bear, Taylor and Ridge fall into a comfortable rhythm. They hike, sit by the fire, and talk for hours. Taylor tells Ridge stories about their past, the good times, the laughter, the dreams they once shared. Each story chips away at Ridge's defenses, reminding him of a simpler time, before Brooke's constant drama. Taylor's words are like a balm on his wounded heart. One evening, as the sun sets in a blaze of orange and pink, Ridge looks at Taylor and sees not just his old friend, but the woman he once loved more than anything. "Taylor," he says softly, "I don't know how I got here. I feel like my heart's been on a battlefield for decades. I don't know how to fix it." Taylor cups his face in her hands. "You don't have to fix it alone, Ridge. Let me help you. Let me be the one who heals you." Ridge closes his eyes, the weight of years of heartbreak pressing down on him. And when Taylor kisses him, gentle, tentative, he doesn't pull away. The fallout. When Ridge returns to Los Angeles, Brooke senses immediately that something has changed. He's distant, thoughtful, and every time she tries to talk about the future, he shuts down. Brooke confronts Taylor one final time. "You did this. You used your so-called syndrome to steal him away." Taylor shakes her head, but there's a glimmer of triumph in her eyes. "I didn't steal anything, Brooke. I reminded Ridge of what we had, and I showed him what real healing looks like." Brooke's voice breaks. "You're playing with his heart, Taylor. Don't you see? This isn't love, it's manipulation." But Taylor only smiles sadly. "Maybe. Or maybe it's finally our turn, Brooke. Maybe Ridge and I are meant to heal each other." What comes next? As the dust settles, Ridge finds himself caught between two powerful forces. The comfortable pull of his history with Taylor, and the undeniable passion he shares with Brooke. But Taylor's gentle, nurturing touch and her talk of broken heart syndrome have burrowed into his mind, making him question everything he thought he knew. Is this just another chapter in the endless cycle of Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor? Or has Taylor finally found the key to winning Ridge's heart, not with grand gestures, but with the quiet power of vulnerability and the haunting truth of a heart that can break for real. Only time will tell if Ridge and Taylor's fragile bond will blossom into the future they've both longed for, or if Brooke will fight back, determined to reclaim the man she believes is still hers. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and BAUDT if you will UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.